should Lisa and I race?
And then your lines have to be
Wow.
long. No. Look at me now. Look at me now.
We're back, baby!
Kelley, I'm so excited. We're back.
I know, we're back. They let us back together.
They let us back.
Hey.
Your girl, Kelley O, Lisa Leslie,
LL.
back again. LL. But guess what, you guys? We are fast friends. So welcome to our show. Kelley O'Hara, Lisa Leslie with you. And you know what? We don't follow any rules. So
We don't.
let's go.
We don't. We get right into it.
We get right into it, but it's still everything dealing with women in sports.
Women in sports.
And then till I forget and start talking about the men.
Exactly.
That's just, that's normal.
Over under how many times Lisa brings up men's sports
I
or
know.
just men in general.
So distracted. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
All right, but we're back
We are.
together.
How exciting. We are covering, so this week we'll be talking about women's basketball, the W, of course.
The W, yes.
And then we're going to talk about professional soccer, the
Yes,
women's league.
NWSL. We're going to talk about NWSL.
WSL.
NWSL.
Mhm.
Alex Morgan retiring.
I know.
I know. Crazy.
That is crazy.
Came out of left field. I was like, how are you going to do this to me, girl?
She was cute too.
But before,
The baby.
I know.
So
I know.
adorable.
Ugh. Okay. But before we get to those things, we got to talk about Alona Mar, who is everywhere, all over the place. Our girl's
Alona
crushing.
Mar, first of all, Alona Mar, what I love is that she's a big girl. And she's so
proud of it.
beautiful.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Yes. And she's so multi-talented.
Yeah, she owns it. She
And I feel
owns
like
everything she does, and I love that about her.
I feel like sometimes it's hard for us big girls to get the attention because the smalls are always like the camera, lights, camera, action. Yes, the smalls, you guys take up all of this space. But it's time for the big girls.
No.
I love it.
No way. You're a runway model over here.
Well, I'm just saying. But
Okay.
Alona could be a runway model.
She could.
She could do makeup.
She's
could do
doing
hair.
everything. She what? Let's see.
Comedy.
Oh, SI
SNL?
cover. Oh,
No, SNL, right?
Well, I would love to see her. Can we start a petition or a campaign?
Yes.
Alona Mar, SNL host.
SNL.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it before the end of the year.
That would be great.
I do have that on my bingo card for this
The
year.
Emmys.
She was at the Emmys.
Looking stunning.
And she's Dancing with the Stars. I think that starts tonight.
Oh, right.
Her first dances.
Now, I'm just going to tell you, this is maybe where I would have been like,
What?
It's hard. So they asked me to do Dance with the Stars a long time ago. And the problem is the man has to be taller than the woman. How tall is she?
I don't
When
know.
we met her, she's about 5'9", 5'10", you think? Whoever her partner is, he has to be taller than her.
Well, it's
But
Alan
also stature is
Byrne.
important.
Yes.
Like, is he big?
He's as tall as her, if not maybe slightly taller. So you didn't do it because you were taller than all the men?
Yes. Because Max, my friend, shout out to Max, who at that time was the tallest guy. And we danced on some other stuff, just playing around. And he was like, yeah, at least it's really important that the man is taller because he has to lead. So I didn't do it. I hope she does great.
Do you think that you would have been good on Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah, because your girl got moves.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah.
I've seen them.
You know how we
But
do.
ballroom moves?
Yeah, absolutely. I got the bachata. I could do a little bit of salsa.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
bachata.
Well, they don't do that on the show, but it's still a Spanish dance. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
You got to be able
Never
to
heard
move
of
your
it.
hips, and then your lines have to be
Wow.
long. No.
I-
your lines. I've been knocked over people though.
Dude.
Don't put me in a group dance.
I actually think that you would have been really good on it.
Yeah.
Do you think I should go on it? Why are you
Your
waiting?
kickworm. I was thinking because your kickworm is nasty. You got quick feet. Yeah, you probably do well.
All right.
I
Maybe
think you
that's in the
could do it.
future.
Dancing with the Stars. Call us my girl Kelley O. I'll just come out and support in the audience. Yeah.
And I'd want you to come to my training session.
Oh yeah. Maybe
Dance. What are they called? Training
Rehearsal.
sessions? Rehearsal. Right.
Okay.
That'd be fun. Okay.
What
well,
else we got
okay.
going
So
on?
we got to make sure that we're voting every week for Alona.
Yes.
So whatever the call this number, vote here.
We got to vote for Alona. Women, supporting women.
100%.
Yes, we got to call.
Okay. We got a lot to talk about the W.
On fire.
Okay, we're going to talk about Caitlin Clark breaking records, Asia Wilson breaking records, Alex Morgan retiring, and who we're going to keep an eye on as we head towards the playoffs of the NWSL. Okay, so Asia Wilson's points plus rebounds record. Okay. She she's the first player to score 1,000 points in a season.
In one season, yes. The first ever.
Okay.
That's huge. So let's just say Asia has been in her bag all season. But this is what I love about Asia Wilson.
Let's hear it.
Asia has gotten better, significantly better every single season. And I believe that is the key for her success. Whether when she first got there, Asia was kind of on the block. She was only going left. She's a lefty. It was tough to stop her. You knew that she was going to go left. Then she went right. Then she improved her game from the free throw line, her ability to shoot from the free throw line and also drive and attack from the free throw line. Then she comes back. Asia can knock down 3-pointers. Now she can knock down a 3-point shot. She can drive to the basket. She can do a step back. She can do a step through. She can do an up and under. I mean, it's the Euro, left, right, like the idea of being a professional, but also having this stage in this moment makes you want to get better. And I really applaud Asia for not just winning a championship and then kind of sitting and resting and win a championship. And she could be off, vacationing, but she's back in the gym and she's getting better and better. And then you think, what can she add to her game? Her shot blocking's gone up. Her rebounding's gone up. Her assists have gone up. I don't know that there's another category that she really could improve on. Maybe just 3-point shot attempts, shooting more threes maybe. But she's really been so versatile and so dominant. There's really not a player out there that can stop her.
Dang. High praise.
High praise. The other thing I want to say is that her team also does such an amazing job of supporting her, recognizing that she's the go-to player, being unselfish, making that extra pass, getting it to Asia. And the beautiful thing about Asia is Asia makes players around her better. And that's a sign of a really great teammate. So I'm really proud of her, watching her grow. She won the Lisa Leslie Award coming out of South Carolina. She has her own statue.
What was the award?
The best center in the nation.
Ooh, in college.
Yes,
wow.
In college. So it's just to see her continue to grow and be amazing on and off the court. I'm really, really proud. So hats off.
So, I mean, this
for
question has been answered already by you, but
is she the MVP?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I think hands down she's MVP, but I don't think it's going to be what's it called?
Anonymous?
No.
Or no, anonymous?
Unanimous. Not anonymous because, it could be anonymous. It's unanimous.
Is it anonymous? Is the voting anonymous?
It's not.
Interesting. You don't think it's going to be unanimous. How could it not be?
I think because Nafisa Collier has had a really good season. I don't think she's the MVP, but I think if there's reporters in her area in Minnesota, somebody could possibly slip a vote in for her.
Makes sense. Okay.
And then Caitlin Clark, for all of the records that she has broken and that we've talked about, and as a rookie, I mean, she's knocking on the door. I don't think she's the MVP, but I'm saying there's a possibility that somebody in Indiana and one of those reporters or 2 or 3 or 5 could vote for her.
That's fair. That's a good point.
Right?
But okay. Interesting. So you think
it should be unanimous.
It should be unanimous.
It should be.
Yeah.
But I won't be surprised if it's not.
All right. Fair enough. Well, she's crushing, and I'm so glad that we figured that out.
Yeah, I know. Oof.
That was tough.
That was hard.
She's 3 rebounds away from breaking the rebounds record for a season, which is currently held by Angel Reese. Which, let's talk about that.
Yes.
A lot of people are saying Angel has this record because if she scored more of her initial attempts, she's getting a lot of offensive rebounds, right? Is that what people are saying?
What they're saying is that she's getting a lot of her own missed shots as rebounds.
So, but here's my thing. I'm kind of
which is true. However, she's still amazing.
Yeah.
And if you are playing defense on her and you know she's going to do that, do your job.
Yeah.
So the fact that she's able to shoot it and get her rebound back, that's your fault.
Yeah. I'm kind of like people who are being like, oh, therefore, her rebound record isn't great. I'm like, well, she's still getting them.
Plus, she might shoot it on this side and get the rebound on the other side.
I'm like,
ma'am, that is your fault on defense that you allowed her to shoot from over there and come over here and get that rebound.
Yeah, and imagine when she, like you said, Asia improving her game in every aspect. This is Angel's first season in the W. Imagine when she's making all those, and then she has the tenacity and the grit to be hustling and getting all those rebounds. Imagine when she's making all of her initial buckets and then also doing all that work on defense and offensive rebounds for all of her teammates. Like, to me, she's
going to be amazing.
Exactly.
Put it this way. People have regretted not drafting her. Everybody
Higher.
who came before.
I know.
And 2, I told Angel day 1, she's going to be amazing. I knew she was going to have this type of season. Her ability to rebound and her heart and her effort. Like I told her day 1, you're going to be fine. Yes, is there things that she has a whole ceiling of space to improve on? Her offense, her ability to shoot, just her down post game, her face-up game. I hope to work with Angel one day in the gym, really just to help her to get to that next level, because I believe that she really can. But I'm so proud of her. You know, as I tell all these players, I support all of them. I really do. I love how they carry themselves off the court. I love how they carry themselves on the court. Her heart, her effort, how hard she's worked, all that she's been through. Angel's another hats off, amazing season.
I know it's
proud of you.
It's such a bummer that she's out. You know,
and that was what I was going to
injury.
also say.
It's tough
because she had an opportunity. We don't know if Asia would have caught that record because it was really a tough battle. But congratulations to Asia, because again, she's making her buckets and getting rebounds. So she's getting other folks' misses. So I don't know. I just think it's been such a phenomenal season. Probably one of the best WNBA seasons of all time.
It has.
And
it's been so exciting.
I played and participated from day 1, but this has been phenomenal. And I think if I could afford to, I'd send all of the women flowers in the WNBA, because really.
No, I know.
It really has been a phenomenal season. I thought they carried themselves so well. They represented themselves, their teams. They fought hard. The All-Star game was amazing. I'm so proud.
Aw. Well, it's not over, because we got playoffs coming up, which is going to be so exciting. I want to talk about another rookie, Caitlin Clark.
The rookie.
rookie
She's definitely
of the year.
separated herself.
You have expressed that she might even have a argument to be a part of MVP conversation, although I think it's very clear that Asia will be MVP. Do you think this is the best rookie class the W has ever seen, that because of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark? You know, Cameron Brink, before she got injured, was doing very well. Like, we've had some really good this was a stacked draft. And I think even seeing the draft, and even just like the players that were going into it and the excitement around this draft, do you think that going into the season without even seeing them play, were you able to say this is the best draft class? Would you say now this is at what point, or do you even think it is?
So my first thought was, when you talk about one individual, I thought Candace Parker was probably the best rookie that you could have, we got really excited. I was pregnant. We dropped to last place. We got Candace Parker. We were together. Candace was amazing. Obviously, we know her illustrious career that she had. But when you talk about a class means you have 2, 3, 4, 5 players. Mm-hmm. This is by far, hands down. I don't think you can name another class better other than our original season, where I wasn't drafted. I was assigned to LA. Cheryl Swoops was assigned to Houston, and Cynthia Cooper. So we were assigned. Teresa Witherspoon was assigned to New York. Unless you're talking about the inaugural season where you have all of us.
The dispersal of talent.
Dispersed in talent. Beyond that, we've never seen anything like this rookie class, this type of performance, this record-breaking performance from multiple players. I thought we don't give enough love to Rakia Jackson, who has been solid in LA. That little fade turnaround jumper that she has, her ability to get to the basket. She's had a phenomenal season.
Cardoso's averaging nearly a double-double.
Cardoso with a double-double, who really, because she had a little bit of injuries, kind of got outshined. Obviously, again, Cardoso went before Angel Reese. You have to remember that also in the draft. And Angel just, they did well. I think they're going to continue to get better and play better together. But Cardoso had a phenomenal year. Cameron Brink going down, that was tough. She was doing great, blocking shots. I don't know. It was a great year. But let's get back to the rookie of the year.
Caitlin Clark.
I think Caitlin Clark. And again, a player who I said when I met her junior year, I was like, wow, she's truly a game changer. That's what I called her on video, that she's a game changer. And I saw it. And what do you see in a player like her? people probably just look at her ability to shoot from the longest distance that we've ever seen
Logo
consistently from, I think, man or woman. But the consistency that she shoots at, I know her percentage is not as high as theirs, because I think hers is somewhere around 33%. But she's only going to get better. We know Steph Curry shoots the long distance shots at a very high percentage, somewhere in the 40 and above. She's going to get better at that.
You think she can get to that number?
She can get her percentage up. She will. But even if she doesn't, she didn't have to.
Yeah.
Because her ability to pass the ball and make players around you better, that she checks all the boxes when you talk about offense. The worst part about Caitlin's game really is her defense. And that's the part where that's why it's called team defense. And she's going to get better at that too. As she gets stronger, she gets more time. She gets a better understanding of how to play defense. Diana Taurasi wasn't the fastest player, and she's one of the greatest shooters we've ever had, greatest scorers we've ever had, in women's basketball. And she's not fast, and she's phenomenal at what she does on defense to really protect herself and her team. So Caitlin will get there, but Caitlin's ability to just make everybody better, her passing ability, her ability to score, get to the basket, it's just a start. These records, I'm surprised it was so many, I'm not going to lie.
Really?
But I'm not surprised that she had success. She has the ability to really get buckets herself, make other people better as her teammates have gotten better, as we've seen Kelsey Mitchell, who's been phenomenal, who was great before Caitlin got there, but to have the two Splash sisters, if you will, together is great. Then you have Aaliyah Boston, who is a bucket, shoots from a high IQ player, shoots a high percentage down low. They're just, and they hadn't made the playoffs in 7-8 years. They are playoff bound. I think 6th place.
I think that post-Olympics, they have looked very good.
Great.
Have been making a very strong run.
Yes.
And I think that, I'm sure they got some time off, but I feel like that time period where all the, the players who had to go to the Olympics went and played, worried about that, the pressure of that's draining mentally, emotionally, physically. Yeah. This Indiana Fever team didn't have any of that. And I think post-Olympics, they've looked the best they have all season. They look like they're coming together, and they look pretty formidable going into playoffs. And if you would have said before the Olympics, I think they have a shot to make it through playoffs, make a run at the championship, I would have said no. But right now, I do think that they are playing in a way that could let them get there.
So here's the part about playoffs.
It's all about, it's just winning. You just got to win.
Well, it's not just winning because you go back and forth and there's a series. Yeah. So you face the team multiple times, right? Which can be an advantage or a disadvantage. At times when you see a team once, remember these teams have already played each other 4 or 6 times already, right? So now you're going to get into this series where it gets a little bit more, personal. I believe the way that it's set up right now, there's a possibility that Indiana could face Connecticut. Okay. It's out of all the teams, you might not want it to be Connecticut because they're so physical. They play really physical. But at the same time, Indiana's playing great. It's going to be interesting to see how that matchup works. How much more physical are they going to be allowed to be with Caitlin? How she handles it. Yeah. And I think she's kind of gotten a much better rhythm and understanding of what this league is like, how physical it is. And she's been able to still continue to score and do well. That rest will help them. But then the other thing you have to remember is experience. And this is where experience sometimes can get the best of you, or they can be that really young team who's scrappy. They don't care, just scrappy. Sometimes when you don't know what you don't know. You just get out there and you play.
What? It's supposed to be hard?
Yeah, and they might just do that. So I think they are definitely probably considered the underdogs, of course, but I think it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be exciting, and they could do some damage, but Connecticut has been one of those teams that they keep falling short. They have all these pieces, but they keep falling short. But they usually don't fall short in the first rounds.
We love talking stats here at Fast Friends. Here's one that's super simple to remember. Discover automatically doubles the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cashback Match. That means with Discover, you could turn $150 cash back to $300. That's right, you could put it towards some memorabilia you've had your eye on or treat yourself to a premium sports network. You earn and Discover doubles. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Okay, let's talk about your dear friend. Alex Morgan retiring, walking away from the game.
Oh,
How heartbroken are you?
it was so weird. Like it feels very surreal that I've seen her play her last game.
Yeah.
And I'm sad I wasn't able to be there. We had a game the same day. But you know, she's done so much, and I know that I think she maybe would have loved to do it different, but the reality is it's like it goes exactly the way it should. And
Yeah, absolutely.
honestly, the fact that she was able to play her last game, 13 minutes, walk off the field, take her cleats off, wave to the crowd, enjoy all of that environment and just like recognition, because she deserves every ounce of it and probably 1,000 times more.
What makes her such a great teammate? Because I see that you guys all really like light up and talk about her.
Yeah.
What about her would you say that maybe the people know her, but just if you say like
on the field, it's like I put this in an Instagram caption, but when I was thinking about it, I was like, she was like a cheat code. Like anytime I played with her, which it was only on the national team, but if I looked up in the middle of the game, hard game, whatever, things maybe weren't going our way, and I saw her on the field, I felt this calm and like, we're going to be fine because we have Alex. She just, some of her game winners are like, not even some, all of them are just, the thing she was able to do was pretty phenomenal on the field. And like, she has this one shot where she goes left and it's like this crazy angle, and she makes it every single time. And like that was her bread and butter and kind of like her MO on the field. And the ability for these late winners. And that comes down, obviously it's like her technique and her skill and her athleticism, all these things, but it really is a mentality thing to it. And she has that like never say die attitude. So on the field, like those, it's just, I always felt good. I was like, oh, we're fine. Like we're gonna win.
You sound like, you know who the player that comes to my mind when you talk like that is like Dawn Staley. She was like that to me with our USA teams, where you just look and, you know, she'd say some choice words, but it's like, we are not losing. Yeah. No matter what. She was kind of that person that would, as long as I see her out there, I'm like, we are fighting. Yeah. We are going to find a way. Exactly. We're going to win. So exactly. That's cool.
No, that's absolutely like how I feel about Al. And I got to play so many fun, exciting games with her, which is I will cherish. And I mean, off the field, she's done so much. And I don't even think people realize the amount of impact that she's had, not just like on football and soccer and women's sports as a whole, but she spearheaded the anti-harassment policy in the NWSL. And if she wasn't at the front of that, like that wouldn't, I don't know where we'd be at within the league. And like that transformed this league for everyone and is imperative to, you know, player safety and just like working conditions and environment. And that was Alex. Like, and you know, we had equal pay. Like she's done so much work in terms of players who are moms and having the care and the support that they need. So she, you know, like, I think a lot of people see her as like Alex Morgan, the soccer superstar, but she like did the hard work.
She's an activist.
Yeah. Like, and so I just have so much respect for her, and I feel so lucky to call her a dear friend. And it's just weird.
All right, we're doing hats off and claps.
Hats off and claps.
Alex Morgan.
Yeah, she's
congratulations.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy.
It's been a storied career.
Yeah,
for sure. Gotham won the championship last year.
Yeah, we did.
Signed a bunch of big names, including Kelley O'Hara.
Well, I was already signed. But.
She was already signed, but anyway. But it's been a hectic season. I hear that players have. Has it been a hectic? Let me ask you. Has it been a hectic season, and if so, why?
No, I mean, I think that any time
the Olympic break.
Yes, anytime there's a major tournament, which is every 2 out of every 4 years, it's a hectic season if you've got players playing for their country, right? So we have a handful that.
Because they said it's like 60-something players in general from the whole league, right?
NWSL. Most players
in the Olympics.
Out of any of the leagues.
Your girls did a reading.
All y'all people out there talking about NWSL not being the best league.
Look at me now. Okay, so listen, you guys, Gotham You guys are in third place right now.
We're in third.
Last year you won a championship, and it says you were in 6th place when you went into the playoffs.
Correct.
Yeah. So my question is, what are you guys feeling about like the possibilities of winning another championship?
All right, listen, I feel great. Here's the deal. Last year, we barely made the playoffs. We made it in, and last year, only 6 teams made it. So we were the last team to make it in.
Oh, okay.
And we made it in based on other teams' result. Obviously, our result.
Oh, like somebody lost and then you guys got in. So it was really
on
squeaky.
goal differential.
Wow.
Yeah, it was hairy. That was an actual decision day, which is where all the teams play at the same time.
Okay.
So you don't, at the end of 90 minutes, then Whereas, unfortunately, I was looking at the schedule and I don't think NWSL set it up that way this year, where all the teams will play at the same time, which I'm disappointed about. Do better, NWSL, because it made it so exciting. Because everybody was watching the table in real time as these games are live, seeing like, are we in or are we not? And we, at the end of our game, finished tied and had to wait for another game to finish. And we're standing there watching it live on the field, all of us huddled around, waiting for the whistle to blow to know if we've made the playoffs. So
how exciting.
It was so exciting. And I wish that they would have done that for this year. Maybe they'll do it next year. But so right now we sit at third. Yael, our GM, one of her big things was like, yes, we won the championship, and everybody can look at that and say, oh, we did what we needed, that we're great. Whenever you win, you don't really have to evaluate.
Covers up some stuff too. Yeah.
And she's like, no, the reality is last season we were 6th and we won the playoffs. And in soccer, in America, we have a playoffs, but everywhere else, it's just how you end up at the end of the season. So,
that's the champion?
Yeah, the champion is just regular season record.
Oh.
There's no playoffs. So I think for her, she was very much so like, we got a lot of work to do because we got to go she wants to go from 6th to 1st.
Right.
And in the offseason, signed a lot of free agents, which was, I think she's done very well in the players that she's selected and brought them here. And granted, a lot of them have been national team players, but, already we're sitting in 3rd instead of 5th, 6th into this last stretch. I would say, control our fate in a way of...
What's the advantages of being in 3rd? Do you get a home game versus a road game?
Yeah, we'll get a home game. And we have the opportunity to... I still think that we have the opportunity to fight for the Shield. Orlando is doing something that I don't think anyone thought Orlando would do, which is they are undefeated this season in, I think it's been 20 games, and there's 26. Yeah, I think they're the first team to ever do that.
Do you think you guys can beat them?
So we've played them once and we lost, unfortunately. But we play them again, October 20th.
Let's go. October 20th?
Yeah.
In Orlando?
No, here. You should come. It's my retirement game.
Am I here?
I don't know, but you should
we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
October 20th.
We'll get you up here. Orlando would have to lose a couple games, and we would have to beat them for us to vie for the Shield.
Okay.
But the Shield is regular season winner.
I love the way that goes. The Shield.
Yeah, the Shield. Which some people are like, that's maybe more important than winning the championship. Although in America, I think
know
that
what
we
people would be saying that.
Well, that's the thing. In America,
who would say that?
In America, everyone's like, oh, whoever wins the championship is the best team. And it's like, well, everywhere else, whoever wins the Shield, which is best team at the end of regular season, is the best, technically. Okay, you disagree.
I know the U.S. Well, I don't know. The word championship for me just really does it. So
it's true that
you guys are the reigning champs.
We are, 100%.
Regardless of your record.
No, I don't disagree with you. No, but it is an interesting. It's a very American thing.
It is.
Yes.
You won the championship, but you didn't win the Shield last year.
Correct.
So are you not the best team? Are you not the defending champs?
We are the defending champions. We are not the defending Shield winners.
I don't care about that.
Okay, so anyway,
yeah.
We're third. I think we're sitting well. I think that it has been a hectic year. There's, these national team players, man, they freaking play so much soccer.
Yeah.
And they're gone and then they're back. It's a lot. And when you have a team that's built around a lot of national team players, whether it's US or international players, it does create this I don't know, I don't want to say like disconnect, but
No, it does. We have that in the WNBA.
yeah, it makes it a little choppy because, they leave, we bring in practice players, we're trying to implement certain things or working in it. So, but hats off to all the players who are doing it, whether they're domestic and staying here or they're international and they're going and playing for their country and coming back. Like, that's just the reality of football, modern day football. Yeah. And, at the end of the day, all that matters is if you're winning, and we are. So, and we're sitting pretty for playoffs. So I feel pretty good.
Yeah. So
and again, like, hats off to them.
Tell me this: how much do you think championship and winning is about the culture of the team and creating that culture? Like, do you feel that your organization at the Gotham team in particular has a winning culture there?
I think we're getting there.
Yeah.
I think that Gotham, which was Sky Blue before, I played for that team for 5 years. I think that this club has been around for so long, and that's a reason why I came back here, was because I wanted to, one, end my career in kind of a place that I had been before and help it to get back to that, or not back to it, but help it to go to a place I always wanted to see it in, which was like a winning culture.
Yeah.
And I think that the people that are there now, and especially with Yael leading the way as the GM, I really admire a lot of the work she's doing, because it takes time and it takes a lot of effort and a lot of attention to detail, and you can't make that overnight, truly. So I think it's a work in progress, and I think one that will continue to grow.
Coming out of the Olympics, who do you think has done great in the NWSL?
I can tell you who hasn't done well.
I don't want to know who hasn't done well.
Well, no, there's one team that's not doing good.
Who's that?
And it's Portland Thorns.
Oh, wow.
They're on like a 4-game losing streak, and
Who's
I don't
on that
know.
team?
Sophia Smith.
Sophia Smith still partying.
Sam Coffey. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
man,
Yeah,
Sam.
maybe. Yeah, they're stuck in Paris at the.
They're still at the gold medal party.
Exactly. They're still on the dance floor or something.
Oh,
but
man.
yeah,
Come on, Sophia Smith. She's so adorable.
They're not doing well, and they're in a kind of a precarious spot right now with playoffs. There's kind of a chunk of us at the top that are sitting pretty good.
Okay.
And then there's this middle pack that's all vying for spots, and it's going to come down to these last couple games. So they got to get the things together.
And what team is Trinity Rodman on?
She's on Spirit. They clinched. So they're doing fine.
They clinched.
Yeah,
I
they're
just saw
in.
her do the night.
Yeah. Yeah. So, or Trin with the freaking night. I'm like, what are you, girl? What are you doing?
She's such a basketball player.
I know.
We love it.
I know. Okay,
and so when you look at the NWSL, who's your pick for MVP?
All right, here's the thing. I don't think we have a clear front.
Top three.
Top three would probably be Chowinga at KC.
Okay.
We got Banda at Orlando. She's so fast and just doesn't miss, really. Yeah, it's tough.
Bandy.
Yeah, we'll go Bandy. And then I would say Sophia Smith at Portland.
Me, just being on the outside looking in, you'd think someone from Orlando would have to be the MVP.
Well, that's the thing. So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know how it's going to go, because KC and Orlando, Kansas City and Orlando were they were both going, they were both undefeated. And then Orlando beat KC.
That's what I'm saying.
In KC, right?
And who scored the most?
So Chowinga has scored the most from KC, but they're kind of sliding right now, because actually we just jumped them. They're now in 4th and we're in 3rd. So KC's kind of TBD on how they're doing.
Okay.
And then, but so then you would say, okay, even though Banda doesn't have the most goals, she's playing for a team that's undefeated.
Yeah.
A lot of people would say she's a big reason why they're undefeated.
Correct.
So you could argue for her.
I'm Team Banda.
Okay.
Team
Bandy.
Let's go.
All right, well, I'm Team Gotham. So
Let's go.
We don't have any MVPs, but, we're team.
Yeah, team.
And teams win championships.
There you go. They may not win the shield. But they will win the championship.
Well, we could.
You could?
If things go our way.
You guys got to beat Orlando.
Beat Orlando, and then we have to win out, and Orlando needs to lose twice, and it's fine. But
yeah, well, we got this whole plan about things that have to happen before we win. But yeah,
that's it.
I can't believe that the Fast Friends have come to an end. But we're just getting started. There's so much to cover.
We're just
WNBA
getting started.
playoffs.
But listen, I need us to do a poll. Should Lisa and I race? Because this is now called Fast Friends. And should we find out who's the fastest friend?
Running? What do you mean running?
A sprint.
A sprint?
100-yard dash.
Absolutely not.
You don't think you're scared?
No, I'm not scared. I'm not trying to pull a hamstring just to try to be
how
fast friends.
about-
How about we go shopping and see who can pick out groceries faster in a basket?
Oh,
who can pick out clothes faster?
am so efficient in a grocery store.
Yeah, no, me.
No.
We could do fast friends like cooking.
Okay, so we need to do
something more
what is it
important than
called?
just me trying to run faster than you, because I'm used to like chasing a ball.
Okay, so you're scared. No. Supermarket sweep it is.
Yeah, you like run 3 miles. You want to try to supermarket sweep?
Yeah, we're
Let's
gonna
go.
do
The fastest one in the grocery store.
All right, we out.
Let's go. Wow, fast friends.
We're back,
We're
baby.
back.